Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your host with the most, M.O. on THEMOSHOW Chicago. And we are back again, you all, with a fantastic sucker-free sunny day. It is absolutely fabulous outside. It's a little chilly now, but go outside and get some of that sun while you can before it gets dark. And you know when it gets dark, it gets crazy in the street. Hey, I tell you, there is nowhere safe in Chicago. I don't care if you're downtown, on the north side, west side, east side, south side. Nowhere safe. We are going to kick this midday rush session off with the first story. The first story involves Tyrus Walker, a 28-year-old bandit from Chicago running from the popo. Hey, what did he do? According to the reports, you had someone call 911 and said that there were shots going on the 6200 block of Southwestern. Now, when the police showed up, they saw a car, but it had a lot of shell casings around it. About an hour later, they saw the same car in traffic, but when they saw it, it had 3 people in it, and one of them was Tyrus Walker, age 28, who, when the police pulled the car over, detained everybody in the car and handcuffed them. However, you had Tyrus Walker, who was handcuffed and bolted away from the police and began running down the street. Check out this video. That's insane, right? Now, it's bad enough running, but when you're running handcuffed and you got a handgun with an extended magazine on you, and you got one of those choppers, and your pants down by your thigh, how can you run away like that? What if the gun would have went off and he would have shot himself? According to the Chicago police report, the young man, Walker, age 28, did have a license to own guns, but he did not have one of those perk cards, which gives him permission to carry the gun. I don't understand why these young men are continuously throwing their lives away in the streets. It's just not in Chicago, it's all over. But seeing that we in Chicago, people are always dying. People are always getting jacked. People are always getting stabbed. People even had their heads cut off and placed in a box on the sidewalk street here in Chicago. Y'all better be careful out there. I tell you, it is mad. I don't care what side of town you stay on. North side, south side, east side, west side. It don't matter. Anybody can get it. Another prime example of this would be an incident that took place over here on 7828 Southwestern Avenue at JJ Fish. Yeah, one of the employees at JJ Fish executed, shot and killed 2 patrons who was at the table at JJ Fish. Hey, it is wild out here. According to the reports, you had an employee by the name of Medellin. And what did he do? He pulled out a gun on 2 people inside of the restaurant. One was looking inside of a suitcase on the floor. He approached the man, 56-year-old David Swick, shot him in the head. Mr. Swick immediately fell over on the table. And as soon as Medellin shot and killed David Swick, he pointed the gun at the other customer who was with David Swick. His name has not been identified yet, but he shot him in the head as well. Damn! The cook who was in the restaurant saw Medellin with the gun in the back of the kitchen. But when he heard the gunshots, he ran out of the back door and called 911. And when the police caught the suspect. An hour later, he led them to a garbage disposal where the gun was at, but he said he never killed anybody. Hey, y'all better be careful where you're eating at, where you're standing at, where you're walking at, where you're driving at. Yeah, I did say eating. Because you have another one bites the dust. Because another person has got their electricity cut off over here on the 4100 block of 26th Street in Little Village. And when I say got their electricity cut off, man, they snuffed his life right out of his box, meaning his body. 30-year-old man, they did not identify who he was, but he was waiting outside of this Mexican restaurant. And they locked the doors at night because there's a lot of crime in the area. And as he was waiting to get inside of the restaurant, two men who were sitting in the SUV with their hazard lights on got out and began to shoot it in his head multiple times. Overkill. Sheesh. Not only did he get shot, but an employee of the restaurant got shot in the buttocks. He's dead, but she's alive. No one knows if this was a gang-related incident. No one knows if the suspect and the victim knew each other. We don't know anything, but hopefully the Chicago police can catch these criminals, seeing that they have all of these cameras on 26th Street. Not to mention the camera footage that was recorded from the restaurant. Maybe we can get some information and maybe we can stop some of this crime that's going on in the city of Chicago. It is crazy here. I see people that's coming from Florida moving into Chicago. They have no idea of what they're getting themselves into. Maybe they should have stayed down there with the hurricanes. Maybe they should have moved to Georgia somewhere. But moving to Chicago, ain't no palm trees here. And if you go on the beach, you just may get shot. I'm just saying. It is my hopes that you enjoyed this midday rush session, you all. And we'll see you all sometime later today with another episode of We Got That Smoke. Stay tuned. Never give up on your DREAMS. And subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for viewing, you all. Keep your head on the swivel while in Chicago.